Chat Shit Committee. Welcome back to Chat Shit, y'all, the official Rap Shit podcast, the companion to the Max original series, Rap Shit. And we back for season 2, episode 3. My God, and I hope you know who we are at this point, but just in case you don't. Jessie?
I'm your sister, Jessie Woo, co-host of this podcast, obviously. You know, y'all know me. I'm an actress, singer, comedian, and a whole bunch of other things, child.
Just a lot. Just booked and busy.
Yeah.
And I'm your boy, Zach Campbell, one of YouTube's most sickening stars for damn near over a decade. If you've been watching that long, thank you so much. And every week, we like to unpack and get into the things that Gag does on each episode of Rap Shit that you should be watching every Thursday, okay? Because it's out. All right? All right. We on episode 3, Jessie. Who wrote, directed, and what's it called? Girl?
So this episode is titled Rough Road, and it's written by Aziza Barnes and Akila Green and directed by Lawrence Lamont. I mean, we might as well just jump into this. Like,
listen,
Shauna and Mia are on tour, but we know Mia done got flued out, so she gone. And Shauna is still on her I will survive, type vibe.
I don't think she got
on the
much of a
tour
choice.
bus. Yeah,
I don't think she got much of a choice.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. So let's get into it. Again, Shauna is going back and forth in text messages with Maurice.
Yes.
Going back and forth with Maurice in Texas. And Maurice is kind of giving off this weird vibe. Remember the last time we saw Maurice was outside with his cousin, and they was going back and forth because his cousin feels like Shauna done says something to the feds, and so now he's giving her like some weird vibes, and then, she realizes that she is with blood.
Yeah.
Not with child, but with blood, for those of us who know what that means.
Yes. Her I call it Auntie Dot.
Correct.
Auntie Dot and came and said, hello, how you doing?
Yeah, it's that time of the month where, fruit punch is at an all-time high.
Not fruit punch.
Yeah, we're just going to call it fruit punch. So she's doing her fruit punch.
At all-time high.
She's in her fruit punch era. And it's crazy because again,
my baby,
this girl is on this tour bus, and Exposure does not pay for Kotex, tampons, pads, female hygiene. Like, y'all don't even have a per diem. Y'all don't even have a per diem. I remember my first per diem that I ever got was like $75 a day.
Oh.
Like, y'all ain't even got like a little $75 per diem.
It's going to rain, babe. It's going to rain. Yeah.
My goodness, that is a lot. And so she's having to conceal that.
Yeah. Remember, she was on that damn bus.
Yeah.
And girl, I think we all got this notification at home, baby. I ain't going to hold you. When that motherfucking bank say, no matter what bank you got with, they say, you below a certain amount of funds.
$25.
I suggest you sit that ass down. I think we all got the notification where you're like, bitch, I can do me a little something. No, you can't. No, you can't. You thought you knew, but you don't know.
You can't even buy pads. That's crazy.
And you're on this tour.
That's crazy.
And I feel like Shauna, and I feel like I did this last season. I said, I'd be pioneering for the girls. I'd be wanting them to go through. I'd be like, they got it, Jessie. I'd be fighting Jessie to the bone on this show, girl. I'd be like, Jessie, no, girl, you're trying to be negative. And then next episode, what you said has come true.
Yeah.
The exposure is not paying. You got so much exposure, but the gag is, bitch, what exposure do you have?
Well,
no shade. Because they remember when last episode 2, if you not watch episode 2, what are you doing, girl? Go back. In episode 2, remember they were trying to go backstage and the security said, oh, who are y'all? Y'all with the white girl? Ooh. So y'all not even Shauna and Mia. Y'all not even Tongue Remix girls. Y'all not even Seducing Scheme girls. Y'all with that white girl?
Shauna doesn't even have money for female hygiene material. And then it's like, so now you're on your way to this convenience store with Duke, and, she shares with Duke that, hey, because Duke was like, why are you wearing sweatshirts and what's going on? We on tour. It's 100 degrees outside.
Big ass shit on.
Yeah, like, why are you dressed like...
Why you got a hoodie on? It gets hot than 5 fat niggas in a hot tub.
I'm on my period.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
I think that was a funny moment because I feel like even as a viewer, you kind of forget that Duke is a girl.
Duke got that big dick energy, honey. Duke be coming through like, bitch. And it's funny, she said, bitch, I wrangled hoes when I was like 11 years old, girl. I was wrangling hoes and getting niggas' dick sucked when I was, 11 years old. But the gag is, speaking of Duke,
That's so funny because when she said I was wrangling hoes, I said, "Oh my
I thought about
God."
you, bitch. I literally thought about. We literally talking about wrangling
what I
bitches.
say. That this lady
Wrangling them
is the
like this. This is emotion, bitch.
She is the coochie wrangler. Like literally, that's what she does.
But speaking
The
of
coochie
Duke,
wrangler.
Duke was on that goddamn bus going through it too.
Yep.
Bitch, let's not forget.
Mhm.
Duke was calling the girls back at home
Mhm.
her other business. You know, she got a side hustle, but it ain't really her side hustle. It's a main hustle.
Yeah, that's her main business.
Okay, and
That's
she was
the
trying to figure
family business.
out. She was trying to figure out where the fuck her main bitch at.
Yep.
Played by Pretty V.
Mhm.
Trying to figure out where's my money?
Yeah.
Because I'm broke too. Duke is broke. Okay.
Yep.
Duke told Shauna, like, baby, listen, you got $12 in your account, bitch. I can flip that.
Yep.
I can work with that.
I can make
Honey,
miracles happen.
I'm actually broke.
I could turn water into wine with $12.
Duke said, I'm not even getting paid from this at all.
Mhm.
And it's funny, and I understood Duke because I feel like Duke finally, every episode, she opens up more and more about vulnerability and where she come from and why she has the life that she is. Because she even says, every time I get a win for y'all, you still treat me like a loser. She said that to Shauna. And I said, yeah, you do. Y'all do. And even me as a viewer, no shade, Jesse, I have noticed I shut down Duke too.
Yeah, you
sometimes.
do. Yeah, you do. And so does Shauna. But it's like, but so does Shauna. It's like when Shauna said that, it's like, yeah, but Duke literally wanted y'all to get paid for this. And you shut her down.
But
you
you think
shut
Duke
her
wanted
down.
to get paid though? You think
Duke wanted the girls to get paid for this. So of course, as a manager, you want to get paid too. I've had a manager before tell me, oh, well, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm like, well, you got me a non-paying gig.
Ooh.
So what do you want?
Ooh.
What you want me to pay you in?
Oh.
While Duke definitely has a lot to learn as a manager, I do feel like Shauna has a lot to learn too. If you want someone to manage, you have to let them lead. Like you have to be open to hearing. No, you have to be open to hearing what your manager has to say if you want one. So it's like, yeah, both of y'all are not getting paid for this because both of y'all made a stupid decision.
Yeah.
And you wanted to go after the exposure. Now y'all are walking 35 minutes to where?
But shout out to also, before we say that, because we're back into the convenience store, shout out to Duke for helping Shauna get away with the thieving. And let me tell you something. I was going off on Duke last episode because I was saying Duke did not stick up for her artists and da-da-da-da. And then this episode 3, she said, you know what? She put them sunglasses on her lapel and she walked out and she, the alarm went off. Let Shauna run on. Oh man, it's the sunglasses. I'm sorry, this is my bad. Meanwhile, Duke was like, bitch, I already know what you was doing. You up here stealing ice creams and cookies and shit because your ass hungry.
Because you don't have
any money. Did she steal pads?
I didn't even see her steal.
I'm like, did you get what you needed, bitch?
She still didn't get what she needed.
I'm like, girl, did you at least get what you needed, girl? All I did was see some goddamn cookies and cream and ice cream, girl. That's all I saw.
Maybe she had some pads in the book bag. I don't know, but it's like, I'm just like, girl, like
she said,
I didn't see her steal anything that was like when I'm on my fruit punch time, it's certain things I need. I need tampons. I need overnight.
Are you a
pads.
chocolate girl?
No. I get it. Like I get having the munchies.
Yes.
But also like, girl, like you're not gonna make sure you have anything to sustain yourself. Okay, anyway. That's her business. I guess she's just gonna carry on how she wants to.
Carry on how she carry on, girl.
I just feel like, like they both look stupid right now.
Yeah.
Like
because the bus broke down. Remember they walked outside?
Yeah,
now wait a minute. Now I gotta ask this. How the hell did the bus break down, bitch? It said it overheated.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bitch, y'all ain't got no radiator. I don't know cars. I don't know buses. But don't buses got like a cooling system?
This is an exposure tour, sir.
So you tell it. Wait.
These exposure tours don't come with state of the art.
Not even the goddamn bus.
No, it don't come with state of the art buses and air conditioning and it don't come with that.
She had a little bunk bed.
It don't come with all that you talking about. It come with wheels on the bus that go round and round. It's like the wheels are going. That's what it comes. Y'all asking for too much now.
So now the bus driver got a ride.
Yeah.
He hitched the ride and got the fuck on because the tow truck. So he got in the ride with the tow truck. So now my girls are walking. Now as they're walking, they
walking like Mary.
Yeah.
They getting they walk on like Mary.
Please, Jesse.
My goodness.
Please.
In the desert.
Now my
like
question is this though, because I understand this at this point. The girls are desperate. The girls are trying to figure out what it will be like if they did get their first coin, because for some reason Duke would get an alpaca. I don't know why. But my question to you is, what's the first thing you would do when you get your first little piece, big coin as an artist? Like, what would you give with this money? like you got your first big like advance or something like that?
You know, when I started getting like my big checks, like
Mhm.
I was just paying my bills, like making
Mhm.
sure my rent is paid for at least the next like 6 months. Like that's how I think of my money. And then later on, I started making like bigger purchases. Like, okay, let me get a car. Okay, let me get a home. Like, you know what I mean? Like as time has gone by, but I save. I save. Like I save
Acorns,
to the point where
baby.
honestly, like recently, one of my bankers was like, "Girl, you need to start investing some of this. You can't like, saving don't do nothing, right?" I'm like, I come from the school of saving saves lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you never know. I get like making your money work for you. I get that. But also, baby, I'm gonna save my coins. So yeah, like that's how I function with my money. But I see the girls are not really tapping into that.
Yeah, they talking about going out and doing crazy things, and I don't know. I'm just like, when it comes to money for me, like you said, like how Duke wrangled them hoes, I wrangle my acorns together.
Yeah.
I gather my bearings, I like to say.
Yeah.
I gather my bearings.
And
I like to, I'm one of them people, I'm an Aquarius, okay? I like to see my money. And Aquarius is, we like to spend, we like to frugally spend. Okay, like, and I say frugally spend, like, bitch, I'm gonna go to the club, but I'm not getting bottle service, girl. And if I get a table or something, we're gonna go in with it together. Like and for me, if I got a big purchase as an artist, and I've been in entertainment space for a while too, and for the little coins that I have made, bitch, I got a nice little car, nice little home, but I would buy a nice piece of property. That's just how I would be. But I guess Duke said that she'll get an alpaca, honey.
The girls need money management. They need a lot of things. They need money management, coochie wrangling management, menage management. They need a lot of things, child.
Because Duke is like, bitch, what am I even here for at this point, bitch? Now let's talk about my girl Mia, okay? Now Mia, I'm so Mia. And I hate to say this because I am Mia. I will be looking out for myself. You bitches look dusty right now on this bus, walking. Mia is flying via Cash Chaser, okay? Just Cash Chaser was the one that was the funding of this the sponsor of this trip.
Mr. 30K.
Mr. 30K. Now, Mia's more focused on cash, okay, and the dollar sign.
Yeah.
And Melissa is back home with Lamont. And now that's interesting, because I don't know, Lamont is up there being dad of the year at this point.
Yeah, no, he ain't no daddy of the year. He's putting no. He's putting in his equal share.
Ooh.
He's finding out what it's like to be more involved, and I do think like this is forcing him to step up to the plate more.
Then why is Mia not being honest about Miss Cash and where she's at in real life?
That ain't got nothing to do with him being a dad.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Him being a good parent to their daughter. That has nothing to do with what her pussy premiere, and we're gonna get into that pussy premiere comment. That killed me. That killed me. But I think that Lamont is doing a great job. He's being more involved. And like we saw in episode 2, like he told her, he was like, man, like now I see why you're always tired. Like I see why sometimes you're, like frustrated because like this is a lot.
It is a lot.
Baby girl is a lot. So, he's checking in, letting her know, okay, I'm getting the swing of things. And
But who was Miss Girl that walked past the camera like, hey, Mia? And Mia
probably
said,
one of the parents.
Mia said, who the fuck is that?
Yeah,
and why is she there?
Baby, your mom on the phone.
Hey, Mommy, look at me.
I miss you so much, Tunka.
Hey, girl.
You over there with Tiffany?
Girl, you need to be worrying about your pussy premiere, okay? Not what's going on in the background at the playground where Lamont and his daughter are, okay? You on your pussy premiere time right now. You done left Shauna alone fighting for her life.
I would have left her
while
alone
Shauna
too,
is
honestly.
sojourning through the country.
Wait.
Sojourning through the country during her fruit punch era.
Please.
Now,
are you talking about Sojourner Truth? Bitch?
Yes.
Get out. You're out of here. We're done. This is a wrap. We can close this down. We're done here today. Because this bitch is ridiculous. Not Sojourner Truth, girl.
She was sojourning.
But she was.
She's sojourning.
She was.
She is sojourning. That was so ghetto. I'm sorry. Like,
girl, Mia.
Imagine like freeing niggas like full time. I'm pretty sure that was a ghetto job.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Yeah,
no,
Sojourner Truth, she did that for the greater good, but it was still a ghetto ass job. Like,
it is. No,
we're gonna be told, no. It didn't come with no health care. No, it didn't come with Kotex or pads or tampons either. So her and Shauna was in the same boat. But anyway, before y'all drag me.
My thing is like, but why is Mia at the damn Starbucks after she just got done? Wait a minute. My favorite part of this whole episode was the sex scene for me.
Oh yeah. Well, let's we got ahead of ourselves.
We
but
did.
Obviously, she was at the Starbucks, so she didn't want him to see the background
of where she
she's
really
at.
was.
Yeah, like she didn't want to show him that.
I think she's still in
I
love
don't
with
blame
Lamont.
her.
I said it. Oh, y'all at home said it too, maybe. I think she got feelings for Lamont a little bit. And the reason why, because like you said, she has no reason to have to hide herself or what she doing with her pussy. And that's true, because Lamont, you don't longer own this, baby. This is moving on.
Well, he never owned it because she was on what you call it, that website where people be selling coochie online.
OnlyFans?
She was on OnlyFans. She was on, so nobody owned her coochie. She owns her coochie and her coochie alone. Yeah,
Nobody owned her coochie.
No.
But I think that the fact that she went out with Cash, and I just think she has, if she's not in love with Lamont, she at least has respect for Lamont. It's something there, because a bitch that don't give a fuck would have been like the Mia that we know, that she's in season 1, she would have been like, yeah, I'm at what's the name house and what's going on? Lamont, fuck you, nigga. Has nothing to do with you. Where my daughter? But she gives that energy a little bit, but I feel like if she didn't really give a fuck about what Lamont thought, she would have really did what she needed to do. But she's out with Cash. Cash flew her out, and now they're at the house. And she getting serenaded.
First of all, hold on, because when she was at the airport, I think she was at the airport, or when she was on the ride to Cash's house, she called her. They had a pussy premiere meeting.
Yeah,
and you had her two girls together. And Dominique Perry is a comedic icon to me.
Yes.
And I really, really want her to get her flowers.
Yes.
And I feel like I'm seeing even more comedy from her this season.
Oh, for sure. I feel like the Friends in general, too. Yeah.
But her saying, girl, this is your pussy premiere. We gotta get you together. This is how you ride him. And literally, like, we see later on that we're not gonna get there yet, but we see that later on she mimics what Dominique told her to do.
She literally did.
And she mounts this man.
Yep.
Like Xena used to mount horses.
Please.
And backward. I mean, it was a lot going on in this show. I don't think I've watched another show that did it dead on. Like, it was dead on. But like, just the pussy premiere meeting, to me, the fact that y'all wrote that is brilliant. Beautiful. And the fact that now y'all are giving it a name, so now I can go back to my friends.
And be like, bitch, what is the premiere?
Yeah.
What are we,
like, so from now on, that's what we're gonna say.
Absolutely.
So when is the pussy premiere?
But
that's what we're saying.
This. Now, while the sex scene was hot and it was steamy, it was amazing. But the gag is, why did Mia look so uncomfortable? Now, Mia later on to say, when she was on after the premiere is closed, after she went to go give her remarks.
Well, first of all,
what?
During the premiere, she thought she was going to treat this man like a client.
That's what I was saying. But the way she did it, she looked so uncomfortable, though.
But
it was like,
for me, I'm
you
sorry.
want more than that?
If I'm coming in to
missionary is too much for somebody? Is that too romantic? That's what I'm saying
to her. I'm like, girl, obviously this man is on missionary time. You got flowers on the floor.
Come on now.
It's wine by the pool.
Come on now.
That man done bought purple lights. When a nigga put purple lights on. Yeah. This nigga got purple lights.
It's lights.
I'm sorry.
By the pool.
When a nigga turn his purple lights on, bitch, that means you are special.
Yeah.
You are special, bitch. Yeah. Like, he's trying to have
that's a t-shirt. You are special, bitch.
Yeah, he's trying to have special bitch time with you, bitch. Yeah. Man done bought out his purple light. He done got the lights flickering in the pool. He did.
Shit. That he did.
It's fishes,
and he was romantic at that.
Yeah.
Like, he said, say it's mine. And I'm saying, he didn't ask. He said, say it's mine. Ooh! Baby, let me say something. If I had a cooter mama and a nigga told me, say it's mine, sir, when are we getting married today?
Yeah.
Not tonight, today. Yeah. Like, right when this is over, when everything is done. You want to go to the altar? Do you want to? Because don't you dare sit up here in my ear. Say it's mine. Oh! And here go Mia. She closed. She got her life together. She said, you know what?
Yep. She said it faintly because she didn't know what to do. She's like, wait a minute.
So, yeah.
She came in there thinking she was going to do-wop, pop her pussy all over that man. And that man told her, no. We're going to take our time.
We're going to take our time.
We're
and
going
that's
to
why
take
the
our
her girlfriend
time.
was like, so bitch, you made love to him.
Yep.
And Mia said, actually, I think I did.
Yeah, and she's like, but people be on, why he doing all that?
She found an excuse.
Because he actually likes you.
Ooh. Maybe. But
Like,
Cash also did
hello?
say, and we found out when they went to a little party, a little function, that he was in a relationship. We didn't know that first season, but now we know, because at that time he could have been in a relationship when he met Mia, but we don't know. But he was in a relationship because one of his friends that came up to me and said, "It's nice to see you again."
So
I
he
wish
has
a
a
nigga
type.
would.
So he has a type.
Yeah. See, that's embarrassing. Because I just threw this pussy at you. I gave you a pussy premiere, full-on premiere.
Well, before we even get to that too, remember the morning after, this man had all these plans for her. I'm going, your massage gonna be at 2:00. Your dinner's gonna be ready at this time, and Mia's like,
I got something to do.
I got stuff to do. You know what I mean? And while I kind of like that, 'cause I get it. Yes, yeah, at Starbucks, the man that offered you at-home massage.
A
Okay,
whole
cool.
life,
But
bitch.
I kind of get why she does that, because she doesn't want to give off the energy that, okay, she's using him. But at the same time, I think that as a Black women, we need to do a better job of, resting in our feminine energy. It's the blue pill, the red pill. All these people always talk about that now. And I feel like this is a perfect scenario to talk about that, where, okay, if I'm going over a man's house and a man says he has A, B, C, D for lined up,
I ain't had to do
I
nothing.
am going to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Because now this man is showing me that he does what? He leads.
And also
That's someone who leads. That's someone who appreciates. That's someone who has a vision. That's someone who's considerate. You know what I mean? So you should take advantage of that. Still, you can still be an independent woman. Because after your massage, go get your meeting on. Go do whatever you gotta do.
But I'm gonna get this massage.
But yeah, I'm gonna get.
You gave him pussy lips. You gave him the crown jewel, the vessel that every man lusts over. And I'm gonna get this massage. I'm so sorry.
Me and my pussy lips gonna get this massage.
But now, as this is going on, Raina and Francois are on an interview, and the interviewer asks Raina,
"What inspired the whole trap kitchen thing?" Because, girl, I don't know what other people felt, but when I saw it, girl.
Like, I feel so grateful because, like, not a lot of people in the world like me get to be in a trap house. So
crack is fun.
Crack is not fun. No, I mean, I think it must be fun. That's why people go back, right?
She really could have went in. She was nice about it, because
the interview with Bishop would have been me. I would have let that little bitch
Had that
up.
been me,
So
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Bitch, it would have
First
been
of all,
peanut
you
butter
were
jelly
in the
time and
crack
that
house, but
motherfucker
you
with
weren't
me.
cooking any crack. You had the two Aunt Jemima bitches behind you cooking crack. Your white ass was in there being cute while the twat team came in, and you were able to flash your twat to the twat team while the other Black girls held their guns up violently.
That's all
So
I'm saying.
tell me what this not, sis, no, that ain't it.
And
That ain't
bitch,
it.
what do you mean? White folks be in the crack house cooking crack? What are you talking about?
Like, I done seen Scarface.
I think, wasn't he Italian?
Ain't they white?
Just a different shade of white.
Yeah, they
That's
white.
all.
I saw a whole lot of white people in that movie cooking crack, moving crack, sweeping crack, cracking crack. I saw a whole lot of cracks in that movie. Okay?
So that's the only update we got of Miss Rain and Francois at that time. But I mean, that was enough to know that clearly she looks at this as it's an artistic expression.
She don't even know how to answer these questions, because she's looking at Francine for the answers. And Francine is just like,
Francois, you don't like him. You do not live for Francois at all, girl. And I understand why, because you know what? Like I said, his intentions, it's not even for Raina at this point. It's for him. He don't give a fuck about Raina.
Yeah, it's not even giving.
He don't give a fuck about Raina.
It's giving
And
something
that's just
else.
what
It's
that
giving
is.
you chasing something else.
Yeah.
It's a bigger bag somewhere for you. You have a plan that don't nobody see, and you chasing something that don't nobody see. But the thing with that is, whatever you chasing, you gonna find it. It's not gonna be what you think it is. You gonna find it, boo.
So let me ask you this before we move on from Mia and Cash. What do you expect is going to happen in this relationship? Like, do you think that...
Did you not see the text?
When she sent the text that said, I got him.
I couldn't believe that.
But bitch, how you make... We got iPhones.
I could not
in
believe
2023,
that.
how are you making mistakes like that?
I could
like, I just want to know.
believe that.
Like, bitch, you don't check your text thread before you press send?
Literally.
Oh, they got undo send nowadays, though. So if you want to undo send.
Yeah, but it said delivered.
But you can still undo sin when
You
it's
can still do that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's a feature in the show, but in real life, bitch, I would have undo sin quick, bitch. I'm so sorry.
I know
but
what
she can still. Let me tell you something.
quick.
I thought about something. What she could do is flip it and say, got him. And he said, question mark, when you emphasize the text message, she said, question mark. I would have said, like, I'll send you a picture of us because I got you. Like, I got you. And I'm really happy.
I hope that works. Because literally, remember what he said to her at the club. He's like, he got rid of his ex because she was using him. Well. Now you done sent him a picture saying, got him. Like, girl. And then, like, he was asleep in the picture. Girl, no.
Forgot about that. Oh, shit. He was asleep.
No, girl. I'm going to need you to come up with something quick.
Yeah.
You're going to have to come up with something very, very quickly because that was not the thing. It wasn't a good look. No. I couldn't believe it.
It wasn't. That was terrible.
I couldn't believe it.
Now we back to Duke and Shauna, okay? And they found themselves kind of I would say trauma bonding in a sense. Because as they're trauma bonding, and Duke is losing control of things back at home and can't get a hold of Deja. We don't know what the fuck going on with Deja. So the Duke's uncle took Duke in at 11 years old because Duke's mother passed away.
Yeah.
We didn't know about this.
Yeah.
We kind of
character development. We're seeing more. We're getting deeper.
And we kind of, and the gag is, I love how Duke kind of gagged Shauna in the sense of, so bitch, aren't you a scammer? Duke, Shauna, girl, no, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I scam. I do. Yeah. And then I love how Duke was like, so bitch, while you were trying to judge me in the lobby in season 1, bitch, you was playing moves too. Now, speaking of scamming and playing moves in the lobby, let's take it back to Maurice. We got some T.O. Maurice and Stanley this time around. Some family drama. So, the car pulls up. There's Maurice and Stanley in the car, and they getting into it. They almost got into a fight, but the family came out, and Haitian family. Boy, get your ass in this goddamn... Now, let me ask you this. That. So, my thing is, when she... Now, let me ask you this. When the little niece, or I'm guessing a little niece or cousin came up and asked for money. Asked for money. The auntie or mother said, you got to do, if you're going to do one,
girl,
you got to do all. Is that a Haitian thing?
Yes.
Really?
I remember like my mom, I remember like anytime we'd have family members stay with us, like if you got something for one person, if my mom got me one thing, she had to get it for everybody. I was like, fuck that. Y'all motherfucking mama.
Like, no.
Don't ask your pussy ass mama for a new shirt. Why my mama gotta get you a shirt?
Why my mama gotta, no.
Yeah, that's very much a thing. That was very triggering too. It's like, girl, we ain't gotta keep doing that shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
What do I look like passing around? Like, girl, I'm not Santa Claus. Dropping off gifts at everybody's chimney. What the fuck I look like?
What the fuck is going on here?
No.
So Maurice,
you have to give it to everybody. You give $5 to her, so for $5 pour tout le monde. No, y'all
it was $100, by the way. So that would have been about $600.
And mind you, you know what she gonna do?
What?
She gonna go to them Haitian kids and be like, bum sapu. Let me say the $100 for you.
No. Well, that's some American shit too, honestly.
They are famous for that shit. My mama still got $100 she been saving for me since I was 8 years old. I ain't seen that shit yet.
So Maurice walks out into the goddamn garage as he's like going with all this bullshit. But before he walks out to the garage, he's like, what the fuck is going on? And Stanley says he forgot the family. We don't need to all go down for his mistakes. And this is Stanley fucking to, I'm guessing, to an uncle or to somebody in the family. And Maurice is like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Baby, basically, in my mind, I don't know if I'm right. I could be wrong. I'm only giving a presumption because it's only episode 3. But does it not seem like Stanley may have ratted out to the feds? Because how did Maurice end up getting a charge? And that's what Shauna found out as they were on this walk and her service wasn't coming through, that through an email, that Maurice got charged from not the police, not Miami police, baby, but from the FBI. Baby, you caught a federal case, bitch? Oh, no. So lets me know. So, Stanley, were you trying to set up Shauna to be the snitch? Were you low-key the snitch?
Here's my thing. Even if Stanley did snitch, I stand with Stanley on that.
Here we go.
It's a family business. No.
About to go at it.
No.
It is a
family.
I've got to read.
This was the family business. Shit started going wrong when you want to involve this girl that's at your job. You don't move like that. Like, I'm sorry, like, I grew up in Miami, you know, with all the Caribbean scammers. Like, when a nigga be scamming you don't be knowing nothing about that. You're not supposed to be involved in that at all. I dated plenty of scammers in my Miami days. I never, ever, ever, ever. I was legally blind. I did not see nothing. I was legally deaf. I did not hear nothing.
Anything.
I was not involved with nothing. So Shauna, it's like, yeah, I get it. Like you trying to make ends meet, or at the time when she was working at the hotel, you know, whatever her end goal was.
Yeah.
But Stanley and Maurice should have never involved you in that ever. You should never got involved in that. And the thing is too, like Maurice, now he's starting to record calls with Shauna. Why?
Shit bad, bro. Nigga Stanley acting weird, man.
What?
Man talking about he don't trust me. Like, all this shit falling on me.
Okay, just talk to me, please.
All that shit fucked up, bro. It's all fucked up. I got family that depend on me.
I know, and that's... I'm so sorry.
What you sorry for?
Maurice, I'm sorry that I pushed you into this. That's me. Okay, just please, what can I do for you? Please tell me.
It is what it is. Look, I gotta go.
So what do we do?
You know I'm a Maurice stan, okay? You know I love Maurice. That's my fave. But my thing is this. I do feel what you're saying. I understand family does come first. But no. The way Stanley handled it, though, is tired to me. I'm so sorry. If you're gonna go up in this goddamn...
Stanley can't trust her.
But clearly you can't trust Maurice either. No shade.
So that's why he gotta go for himself.
But that's tired. That's tired, though.
How's that tired?
Because
that's the streets.
No, because the thing is, in the episode 1, you were trying to make sure that I kept a wrangle on Miss Shauna and she didn't snitch. So, nigga, your ass up there, but you up there saying like I got them hummingbirds.
Yeah, but then now, what does she say to make them feds come all the way down to the fucking hotel where she works at, questioning her, questioning people who work there? Like, she made a misstep. So I can't trust her. You brought her here. So I can't trust you. I stand with Stanley on that. I'm sorry.
So you would have done what Stanley done.
Yes.
But you would have kept it behind Maurice's back.
I would have been singing like a canary. Me. I would have been telling everybody's name. Shauna, Maurice, Mia, City Girl, Issa Rae. Max.
Not Issa Rae.
Everybody.
Not Max. Not we all, bitch. We all on the goddamn FBI investigation.
Michelle. I would have been singing everybody's name. What you want? Am I gonna get McDonald's after this? Okay, cool.
Oh! Because of that, though, I feel like Stanley should have said something to Maurice.
He did.
That nigga was about to fight Maurice. Maurice is now recording conversations with Shauna. And Shauna, dumb ass, gonna say, I'm the one that pushed you to this. What do you want me to do? And he just hung up. Bitch, I'm sorry. This is too much. While Mia's out here with cash, getting, did she get cash this time? Like, did she walk away with money this time? We don't know yet.
She didn't. I mean, she had her pussy premiere.
But did she get a bag too?
She didn't get a bag, but, you know,
he said because he's serious about her.
I cannot wait to see
what
his response and, like, how is she going to pussy pop around this?
Well, now that we know that the girls are literally here for exposure, because everybody is walking, Mia is getting flown out. So now we see everybody is literally broke. Yeah. Now, my question to you is, would you be like Duke or would you be like Shauna or Mia in the sense of, would you choose to invest your time or money right now in Shauna? Or would you let Mia and Shauna kind of be like, if you were Duke, you'd be like, all right, I'm going to let this slide. I'm going to go ahead and let this go.
Duke don't got no money to invest in Shauna and Mia.
Well, would you invest her time?
Duke can invest her time, which is what she's doing.
Do you think, would you keep doing it though? Because you see nothing's coming in.
I mean, she's committed to the tour. So I feel like, I mean, right now it's just, let's see where this tour goes. Let's see what happens. I mean, I think it would be stupid to just like quit mid-tour.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would do that. But she ain't got no real money to invest in them. Like, she can't get their hair done. She can't get their nails done. Like, she can't even get the coochie wrangling people. She can't even
get their money.
She can't even get them together. So there's not really much that Duke can really do for the girls. That's other true. Than you need to do a better job at standing up for what your positions are. Like, Duke was right that they should have had money. Even if it was a per diem, they should have had that.
Yeah.
You know, they should have had better costuming. Like, I do feel like standing your ground and also doing a better job at defending your artist in public, in front of
Absolutely.
people. Like, even if you had a problem with Shauna and how she carried herself, at that party in the last episode, not standing by her, that just was not a good look. Like,
Yeah.
I would have fired you from that. Like,
but it's
you know what I
like,
mean? So
that's the loyalty we have to see with Duke, and if Duke gonna stay with Shauna and Mia, but also if Maurice should continue to turn in those recordings to the FBI on Shauna. Do you think Maurice should do that? No, she should stay loyal, because that's some sticky shit, bitch. Like, should he stay loyal?
I don't know about the whole Maurice and Shauna. Like, I stand with Stanley because that's
So
Stanley's
put Maurice
position.
up there.
Yeah. I don't know about Maurice doing that to Shauna. I feel like that's kind of fucked up. Like,
It's always
that
fucked
is
up.
fucked up.
It is always
because
fucked up.
You brought her into that.
Yeah, because Shauna was, but hold on. But Shauna was also, scamming because she was cut off from her family. We found that out this episode too. So you were cut off from your family, so that's why you had to start scheming. So you ain't too innocent. Yeah, you ain't the ringleader, but...
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like bringing somebody into something like this and then
letting them take the fall.
For everything,
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
don't know. But at the same time, again,
You said
these
between
are the
family.
risks
Mm-hmm.
when you go and you put yourself in harm's way with organized crime. And then, mind you, this is a family business. This family's doing it. They're going to be pro-family first. That's 101.
But Stanley used that word that we learned in first season too. What is it when somebody is scamming?
Jouet.
Stanley called Maurice as a jouet, honey. I said, ooh.
Jouet.
I learned from first season that wasn't too good.
Yep, they over there doing the jouet. If you want to be a jouetter, these are the risks of doing jouets. One thing about the jouet gonna jouet you. You're not gonna jouet the jouet. The jouet will jouet you. That is the risk of being a jouetter. You know what I mean? And getting with jouetters. That's why I don't do that no more. Like, child, I lived my little jouetter life for a little bit when I was in Miami, child. I'll never forget I went to dinner with a jouetter, and that motherfucker ordered dinner, and he said, "Can I get a filet mignon?" That's when I knew I was done with the jouet life. I was done with the jouet life.
Wise words from Jesse
Yeah,
Rubin.
he said filet mignon. I said, okay, yeah, the jouet life is not for me. I think God has a better plan for my life, not jouetting. So, yeah, these are the risks of being part of the jouet.
And it's unfolding, honey, on this season, baby.
So, yeah, but I don't know. Like, that Maurice and Shauna,
Girl, and Shauna is freaking out, bitch. It is now a Fed case, is what they say. It is now a Fed case. We will see what happens in the rest of the season. Episode 3, what a wild walk. It's literally a wild walk.
It was a rough walk.
Literally. They almost got shot, by the way. We almost, remember when the white lady came out? I almost forgot that.
We almost forgot that.
That really got them to really close because
the lady, they were walking, making their way, making their way to their next stop.
They were on the side of the road.
Are on the side of the road.
Said,
and this
bitch,
woman,
you on this gravel?
Yeah, this white woman comes out with her shotgun.
Please don't let me do this. Please. Please don't make me do that. All right, fuck it. I'm going to just go in my house. Bitch, and they said.
Well, Shauna was like, well, go ahead, shoot me.
Shauna
and then Donna was like, yeah, Duke was like, yeah, shoot her. And then Duke was like, oh, wait a minute.
Shoot that bitch.
And then, what? Oh, wait, no, shoot us.
Yeah. That's me, bitch. No, shoot that bitch. Girl, please, let that girl go.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like,
oh, Lord. Now and I think I want to see in the next episode how their relationship is going to be.
Are the period cramps that bad?
Probably.
That you wanted this lady to shoot you?
No, bitch, that bitch is so broken. She almost thinks she's about to get caught by the FBI. Shoot me dead, bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to lose at this point, girl. Yeah, I want to see how Duke and Shauna's relationship is going to be now because Mia is gone. So I would love to see how that relationship is going to form because they did bond a lot more than Duke and Mia has.
Yeah.
So I'm actually quite interested to see how this relationship will now form into something. Maybe, I don't know. We will see. Shauna could grow out into something, be maybe solo. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there at this
Shauna
point.
going solo.
Why you do her like that?
No, I see her. She really wants to be in a group.
Yeah, but Mia don't
care.
That's what I'm saying.
Mia could do either way. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
could do either way.
Mia is about me.
Yeah.
Mia is about me. Like, Mia doesn't give a fuck about this group, girl.
Yeah.
It's episode 3, girl.
Yeah,
it
was a great episode. I cannot wait to see what the 4th episode brings. This episode was also violent, but not as violent as episode 2.
No.
But there was some violence
I
here.
think this episode I call this the bridging episode.
And there was a lot of comedy too. This was more comedic.
It was, but I feel like we about to get some drama.
Yeah.
So Chat
This
Shit
season
Committee
is definitely giving more.
This is crazy Chat Shit Committee, girl.
Drama, and I really like that. Like I feel like this season's giving more of a balance between the comedy and the drama, and I'm living
and
for that.
fleshing out the character.
Yeah.
This time around.
Yeah.
Chat Shit Committee, you know how we do this, babe. Me and Jesse only opened up the conversation, but it don't end here. Don't forget to tag us at Rap Shit on Max and use hashtag Rap Shit. Talk to us, Chat Shit Committee. We just gave you all our thoughts and feelings on episode 3, and we want to know what's your favorite moment from the episode and what's going on with the girls. So use that hashtag Rap Shit, and don't forget to tag Rap Shit on Max account so we can see what you have to say, okay? And don't forget to follow Rap Shit on Max either, okay?
Yeah, and also make sure that you're checking out new episodes of Rap Shit every Thursday, only on Max. And then again, when you're done, you can watch us on the Max app. I mean, look at these visuals. Look at how cute we look. I mean, how could you not want to watch us?
Look at us.
And again, go to YouTube. You can watch us there on the Max YouTube channel or the Radio Official YouTube channel. And we're also on Spotify and everywhere else that you get your podcast. So you should not be missing Chat Shit, because this is where we talk about all the shit. This is where we chat about all the shit from the episode.
And don't forget to watch Rap Shit every Thursday, only on Max. Because if you don't watch Rap Shit, then you can't know what we chatting about, right? All right, we'll catch you guys in the next one.